Hey, food critic Allan Borgen, welcome to another fun-filled Let's Dine Out show. Today, we're attacking Hemet. I mean, mercifully, we're going to eat our way through Hemet. Two incredible restaurants. And joining me today is a friend of mine who not only knows food, but he loves hockey. I mean, what a great combination. Let's meet Bill.
Hi, my name is Bill Roach. I live in the Hemet Valley. I've lived here for about 25 years or so. Retired about a year ago, so I have nothing but time to cook and to eat. And I love going out to restaurants locally as well as different areas of Southern California. I try to make it out 2-3 times a week. Breakfast, my favorite meal, but breakfast, lunch, dinner, doesn't matter as long as I'm out and enjoying the valley, enjoying some friends. Anxious to eat some great food here and spend time with Allan and learn a few things. And there's never a shortage of good food around, that's for sure.
First, we're off to Harvard Brickyard Bar and Grill for some unique, delicious sandwiches, burgers, and steaks. Then off to one of my favorite restaurants, Los Vaqueros Cantina Grill, for some incredible Mexican food. Over the years, Hemet has never been viewed as a culinary destination. However, with the addition of restaurants like the stylish Harvard Brickyard Bar and Grill on Harvard Street, there may be hope. Housed in a building from the early 1900s, this sports bar-themed eatery offers lots of intriguing steaks, seafood, burgers, sandwiches, and a whole lot more to devour in a comfortable and inviting interior. Under the direction of owner Ken Baker Jr. and chef Tom McGinnis Jr., Harvard Brickyard Bar and Grill is a welcome addition to the IE food scene.
Yeah, all the food here is great. This isn't your standard bar food. I mean, we got everything between our 100% certified Angus to our steaks with medallions with the shrimp on the top. I mean, we got great food. My head chef that I brought in, Tom, he's amazing. The guy's been cooking since he's been 16 years old. Great food. One of the things we also brought in now too is we're trying to make it more family friendly. So kids eat free every day with one paying adult. So hopefully we'll see you soon.
Well, Bill, we finished our first destination here at the Brickyard, Harvard Brickyard, and had some delicious food. So why don't we do a toast and
You got it.
talk about the great restaurant. Guinness Diet Coke. Boy,
Indeed.
I'll tell you. Okay, let's start with the first dish. This is a great appetizer. It's a salmon flatbread, $12.95. This is a toasted pita bread topped with lots of herbs, feta cheese, capers, broiled salmon, and a great balsamic glaze. Now, what surprised me was on the salmon, I didn't know it would be grilled. I thought it would be more like lox, like a smoked salmon. It wasn't. But what a marvelous flavor. And you get the combination of the cheese and the salmon, everything just meshed together. They're not, that's a theme of this whole restaurant. They're not skimpy with anything.
No.
And this was excellent.
The first thing that caught my attention was the aroma when it came to the table. I was overwhelmed, and I love seafood and I love salmon.
You started crying, I know.
And that's what. There's no onions. It was very good.
Yeah, you like salmon. And
I love seafood.
Yeah, I just like the dough to be a little crispier, and they're working on that, so
Right.
no big deal.
Yeah, it was very good.
Next, a classic pastrami sandwich with garlic fries, $9.45. I grew up with pastrami. We went to Canner's and Art's Deli, and this was a house slice. It was kind of like a peppery pastrami, very lean. That's the first thing I noticed, with Swiss cheese and rye bread. Now, when I got it, I was kind of upset because it was cold. I'm like, I'm Jewish. I know what pastrami is. Are you insulting me? Cold pastrami. Afterwards, we found out a lot of people like it cold.
Yeah.
So non-Jewish people, I guess, like it cold. I don't know, but you can have it hot or cold.
Right.
I prefer hot. It brings out more flavor. A great rye bread, real crusty, and just really nice flavor profile. And the mustard. That's something you went nuts on.
I was wondering about, I don't see the mustard on the table, but what I found out from the sandwich itself is it's got grain mustard already on it. Oh, that's my favorite kind of mustard on the planet. I just love it, and it brought out all the flavors. And any kind of mustard on anything tastes fantastic.
Especially with the pastrami, it's really nice.
Pastrami, mustard, and pickles. You got to have pickles.
And it was lean too. A lot of times pastrami, the cheaper stuff, is all too much fat. You need some fat in it for flavor.
Right.
But the other thing is their fries. They make their ham fry. They cut their fries here. They fry them, so you got fresh potatoes, garlicky, really garlic. I mean, you can smell it. It's all over you. I can smell it now. And
There's a rule when I go out to eat garlic. Anything that has garlic, everybody has to have some because I don't want to be the only one with garlic in my breath. So everybody has it, and these garlic fries were tremendous,
Right.
absolutely tremendous.
But the next dish, that's the one that really wowed me. Pulled pork sandwich, $7.95. Oh my goodness. This is a French roll with slowly roasted pulled pork with a real sweet, smoky barbecue sauce. Now, I don't know if they make their own sauce, but this was excellent. What I also liked about it was the texture of it. It wasn't mushy, it was stringy and a little crispness to it. So I think they pan fry it
Right.
to get a little bit of, consistency, but that was excellent.
I noticed the sweet flavor of the meat was really good. And what also brought my attention was the bun. It was nice and crisp on the outside, but once you got into it, it just melted in your mouth. And with the pulled pork, it was phenomenal.
Next, if you like burgers, this is the Harvard B&B burger, $11.95. Oh my, this is a half-pound beef patty with blue cheese crumbles, hickory smoked bacon, lettuce, tomato, and homemade gigantic, humongous onion rings. There's one in the burger, and there's a bunch, you can have it without on the side too. What a burger. First of all, it was visually just stimulating, it was amazing. This was an excellent burger. I love blue cheese. They had lots of it, big crumbles, not this little puny kind. The onion ring, again, I mean, we're talking thick and real sweet onions, battered, it was nice, crispy on the outside. Bacon, it was a nice smoked bacon, it was crisp.
Yeah.
It wasn't limpy.
Yeah.
Just a great sandwich. This is like a three-hander. I mean, you really need someone.
Yeah.
It was very impressive. Speaking of burger, here's another very popular, very unique burger. It's called the Brickyard Brunch Burger, $11.95. This is, again, a half-pound beef patty with crisp bacon, extremely crisp hash browns, and an over and easy egg that you just cut into it, and the egg yolk just drops all over, it just goes all the way down. What a great burger, and American cheese on it too. But what to me did it for me was the very crisp potatoes. These were crunchy, and this is just a delicious, this is a brunch burger. It's a breakfast, it's a lunch. You can't decide, this is what you get.
What did it for me were the eggs. I love eggs, I love seafood, but if I can get an egg with a meal on a burger, phenomenal opportunity. And when it was dripping a sunny side up egg, for lack of a better term, it made the meal for me. It just melted.
Well, that's a big trend now in burgers, gourmet burgers, is
Right.
to add eggs to it, and it's becoming more and more popular, and they're right on top of it, and they do an excellent job.
That was a appropriately called brunch burger because you got your breakfast with your eggs and you got your burger for your lunch. It was a wonderful
And the
meal.
potatoes, the crispy
Potatoes. It was a great meal.
Again, when you think of a brunch, you think of fresh fruit and salads. The bowl of fresh fruit was wonderful. This one, they had watermelon and cantaloupe and grapes, and a big portion.
The watermelon was
I mean,
fantastic.
this is half a field
Right.
of fruit, so this is wonderful. And I'm sure they change it off, during the season.
Sure. Yeah.
But great choice.
That was a great addition.
So, for me, the best dish, without a doubt, was the next one, $16.95 prime rib. Yes, prime rib, and this is a king cut. I think it's like $14.95 for the queen size, but go for the king. It's good to be the king, and especially with prime rib. This is a real thick cut, a perfectly prepared prime rib. It came with fresh broccoli and a large baked potato. How do I describe it? He has a rub that he puts on it. Normally it's salt, pepper, and maybe some herbs they put on the outside, and they slowly put in the oven. This, he has a rub, so the entire surface of the meat was rubbed and perfectly cooked. It wasn't too rare, it wasn't too overcooked. Delicious.
Yeah. As great as the meal was, the presentation when it came out got you thinking about what you were going to eat. You were looking forward to eating that. The vegetables, again, like all the other dishes, were so fresh and crispy. It was like they just went out to the garden in the back and brought them in for you. And the hugest cut of prime rib I've ever seen.
For $16.95.
For $16.95?
I mean, I'll take 3 or 4. For some of these restaurants, you can get like 3 or 4 of these for the same price as they charge.
Yeah, that's an incredible price. Incredible price for that.
It was kind of scary. It was amazing. So highly recommend. Now, you can get it every day after 4 o'clock.
Right.
So, set your whole day around this and come and you'll love it. And tell them how you want it, rare, medium, whatever, but they'll do it for you. If you like fish and chips, it's $11.95. This is 3 large strips of cod. It was beer battered, fried, came with coleslaw, tartar sauce, and I love fish and chips. I like cod. Cod is a mild-tasting, firm fish, and just went together. Everything went together, and that came with regular French fries. Again, their fries are made on the premise here, so it's fresh,
Right.
and it seems like everything here is fresh.
I've traveled a lot, been to Ireland, been to a few other places, and I always try to find some place that's going to serve some fish and chips. And the size of this fish was incomparable. I've never seen that much fish.
For that price.
For an order of fish and chips. It was very, very good. And wasn't too oily, wasn't too greasy. It was, I thought, perfect.
Right. Then there was dessert.
Oh boy.
Now, as you know, I've been on a diet, lost about 26 pounds. Yeah. I think I just gained it all back. This is decadent. This was deep fried brownie. I'm crying. This was $5.95. Now, I think they're changing it around because we told them this is way too much. The way you see it on the screen here, it's 4 nice sized pieces of brownie that's battered. It's almost like a tempura, a special batter they use, deep fried. And it's got cinnamon sugar, powdered sugar, and drizzled with caramel sauce. Like I said, I think I gained all my weight back. Delicious. It was crisp. It was chewy and chocolatey in the middle. I suggest they do it either as a tube, tube of those with a scoop of ice cream is perfect for 2 people or for 1.
Right.
And then for 4 people, then you could do it with the 4. But like I said, I think it'll be a little different next time people come. So don't expect to see 4 for $5.95 because thanks to me, I cut it down to 2, I think. But when you add ice cream, so it evens out.
That was sweet, sweet, sweet. If you're thinking of, hey, letting yourself go a little bit, that's the dish to get. If you're into chocolate and fudge and crispy baked goods like that, that was a great dish.
The brownie wasn't real chewy.
No.
It was more cakey, but it really went together well with everything. And again, I love that dough. That was excellent.
Ice cream would be a great
pastry.
topper on that.
Yeah. So we're going to get it next time.
Yeah.
Okay. Bill, being your first restaurant review that you did a good job.
Thank you.
So you know food. So, this restaurant is kind of, it's kind of unique in that they serve food that you don't find normally in the bars, sports bars theme. You got burgers and sandwiches, but they do a lot more. The quality is excellent. Prices are phenomenal for what you get. And I really enjoyed it. My favorites were definitely the burgers, the Harvard B&B burger. I love blue cheese and bacon and the onion rings. Oh my goodness. The Brickyard Brunch Burger with the crispy potatoes and the egg and the prime rib. Those are my 3 favorites. And what was your overall impressions? What were your favorites?
There's not a lot of bars to pick and choose from here in Hemet.
Well, sports bars.
Sports bars. And the ones that you do go into don't have this type of fare to choose from. Wonderful, wonderful food. My favorite, far and away, was the Salmon Flatbread. Really? I'm a seafood guy. I'm a big seafood guy. And if it's got seafood involved, I'm looking for it. And then the Brunch Burger. If you can get eggs and you can get a burger, if you can get 2 meals in one on one plate, that's like having brunch, right? So when you have the eggs and you have the burgers, it makes a great combination. I love the ambiance in this restaurant.
It's very clean.
It's clean, and the bricks, obviously, hence the name of the restaurant. Great environment, and top it all off, super food.
Yeah, plus they have a covered outside patio so you can people watch. And Harvard Boulevard or Avenue, whatever it is.
Sure.
It's a kind of a small, sleepy little street that's hard to find, but it's becoming a really happening place. They're remodeling. A lot of stores are coming in here, and they have about 2 or 3 other restaurants here. And I'm excited. I've known about Hemet forever, and it hasn't been exactly.
Right.
I wouldn't drive out here for too many restaurants, but this is definitely one that I would. And it's good to see Hemet get some good restaurants.
I know the city of Hemet is encouraging development down here in Harvard. It's the old main street of Hemet. Highway 74, Florida, and Harvard Avenue. This is where the Mecca was when this city was founded. And I know the city of Hemet is encouraging new businesses to come in and flourish here.
Kind of reminds me of Mayberry.
There you go.
Expect Barney to come out here. And
very good.
So, well, one down and another one to go. So let's pack up our leftovers here. I definitely want to take some stuff home. And you can have the egg and your salmon. But now it's off to another great restaurant right on Florida, actually. It's called Los Vaqueros. Which means what, the cowboy? Cowboy, Cantina Grill for some wonderful Mexican food.
I'm looking forward to it.
Okay.
Let's go.
You're a trooper.
Okay.
Located next to Marie Callender's restaurant on Florida Avenue in Hemet, Los Vaqueros Cantina and Grill is a large freestanding Mexican restaurant featuring an impressive array of traditional as well as original Mexican dishes filled with tons of flavor. All of the items on the menu are made fresh on the premises, including their delicious handmade corn and flour tortillas. The interior of this massive family restaurant has a nice festive Mexican feel to it, while the large bar area serves up all of your favorite cocktails and beers. Thanks to GM Ray Visco, manager Olivia Garcia, and their friendly staff, your entire family will absolutely love dining here.
People should come to Los Vaqueros for great Mexican food. We have great food, first off. Great fun family atmosphere. One of the other interesting things, we have a quick and easy lunch buffet. You don't have a lot of time for lunch, you come in, all the great foods, you hit that up, you're in, you're out. We have a fantastic champagne brunch on Sunday. A lot of great foods there that you'll enjoy. Hopefully we'll see you soon at Los Vaqueros. We look forward to meeting you.
Okay, Bill, restaurant number 2 in Hemet, Los Vaqueros Grill and Cantina. No, Cantina Grill.
Right.
Anyway, forget the name. Let's just eat.
Yeah, it was great.
You ready?
Absolutely.
Okay.
As with just about every Mexican restaurant, it all starts with the chips and salsa. This restaurant is no different, except the salsa here is incomparable. I've had plenty of salsas in plenty of Mexican restaurants. This is by far the best I've ever had.
You were the first foodie human being I've seen, actually, with their head in the bowl of salsa. I mean, you're like...
Is it still showing? Or
yeah,
is
I mean,
it
like
all gone?
5 bowls of it before we even got started. So, I mean, most people take a little sip, a drink or something. No, you're a salsa man. But you're right, it was excellent. It was fresh tasting. You liked it because it had a lot of tomatoey
It
flavor
tastes
to
like
it.
a tomato. You can taste the tomato in it as opposed to just a combination of all kinds of things. It had a rich taste to it.
Yeah, well, it's made fresh and a lot of flavor. So,
Yeah.
and the chips, warm, crispy, very good.
Yeah, very, very good and flavorful. And like when you get a warm bowl of chips,
Oh, you're heaven.
it's wonderful.
Yeah. Let's start with the Nacho Supreme. This is $8.95. This is a large portion of fried tortilla chips with beans. They have a red chili sauce, jack cheese, cheddar cheese, olives, pico de gallo, guacamole, and sour cream. And in between, they put it in a broiler so the cheese melts. But this is nice, and you get your choice of meats. We had it with shredded beef, lots of shredded beef. Again, just the beginning dish we had kind of laid the way for the foundation for everything we had to eat. Everything had flavor. The pico de gallo wasn't your ordinary pico de gallo. Just delicious.
What caught my attention was the guacamole that they provide. It's not your typical creamy guacamole. It's got huge chunks of avocado in there, which make the whole dish.
Well, again, everything's fresh.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. So.
Right.
Next is a very unusual dish. I've only seen it in a couple of restaurants. This is a fajitas tostada. This is $11.95. This is a large flour tortilla. It had beans on the bottom, lettuce on top. Then on top of that was an array of sauteed onions, green pepper, and again, your choice of meat. We had carne asada, more veggies on top of that, and then cheddar and jack cheese, guacamole, and sour cream. What I liked about it more than anything was you get the hot mixture on top of the cold lettuce.
Yeah.
And you can add a little pico de gallo. I'm not even sure if they have salad dressing to match.
Right.
I'm sure they do, but just by itself, the meat was extremely tender and juicy. And I like fajitas. If they're done right, this is done right.
I think just about every dish here, they're providing guacamole with your dish, and so you get some more of that chunky flavor of the guacamole. And then this tostada is obviously it's a fajita, but you're not getting the hot plate come delivered to your table. What a wonderful, wonderful treat to have it in that presentation.
And you feel like you're eating healthy, although I don't know how much cheese is in there, but
I think it depends on how much of the tostada you eat. Right?
yeah, no, this is really good.
Yeah.
Now, next one, a lot of you are going to say, ooh, but this is fabulous. This is lingua, which is tongue. This is $12.95. This is large slices of boiled tongue. It's boiled with onions and garlic until it's very tender. It's simmered in a really spicy tomatillo sauce. It comes with Mexican rice and refried beans. I love tongue. Now, normally tongue you usually have, in Jewish delis and sandwiches. Right. Mexican restaurants, I'll do it for tacos. But this is real different. It was delicious, a real treat.
That tongue, no pun intended, melted in my mouth. It was
Good
great.
one.
Yeah.
If you like seafood, the seafood combination, $18.95. This was cod with a moja de ajo sauce, a skewer of 4 plump, succulent shrimp, and a real crab enchilada with a spicy sauce. Oh my. Now the sauce on the cod is a real complex sauce. It's a real garlicky, lots of good flavor. And the crab enchilada, they didn't crimp around. I mean, it was a lot of real crab in it.
You can do some wonderful things with seafood. What they've done here is absolutely fabulous. Great combination of seafood and great combination of sauces and tastes.
Well, sauces is a real strong point to this restaurant.
Right.
This isn't your ordinary Mexican
No.
restaurant. I mean,
No.
wowing, that's all I could say.
Yeah.
Now the Millennium Plate, $16.95. Don't know how they named it, but it was good. Rice, beans. Now this is a combination plate, basically. First, it was a taco, a hard-shell taco with ground beef, choice of meats. We had ground beef, lettuce, tomato, and cheese. Then a chili relleno, which was a fresh roasted pasilla chili, and had queso fresco. Now this was made with mashed potatoes. It had cheese in it, real spicy kick with the sauce.
Yep.
Then they had a pork tamale, a fantastic pork tamale, lots of pork, a real light but delicious masa covering. And lastly, a cheese enchilada loaded with cheese. Every one of these dishes, except for the taco, had a different sauce. Wow, unbelievable.
This dish left you with impeccable aftertastes. Every time you had something to eat, you didn't want to try the next thing because you wanted to finish tasting what you'd just eaten.
Right.
An incomparable dish. It puts the classic dishes together on one plate.
I love chili rellenos, and this is one of the best
boy.
ones. Next, sizzling enchiladas, $15.95. To me, this is one of my favorites. This is 2 huge enchiladas, basically corn tortillas, filled with chicken. It was grilled chicken, and it had a chicken breast with a chipotle creamy cheese sauce, lettuce, tomatoes on top of that, pico de gallo, and a queso fresca. Spectacular. That's all I can say.
What can I add? It was great. It's hard to find dishes like this in your normal Mexican
And
restaurants.
chipotle can be overpowering. This is like an afterthought.
It was subtle.
But it was a creamy and tender. It was my taste buds are crying.
Yeah.
With joy, that
Yeah,
is.
it
Not
was wonderful. It
hotness,
was a
so.
great dish.
Then, if you like big, the Los Vaqueros burrito, $10.95. This is the one you went nuts over.
Yeah.
This is a chili verde pork, carne asada, rice, frijoles de hoya. It came with guacamole, sour cream. If you're a vegetarian, don't even look at
No.
this, dude. I've never seen so much meat, not fillers, but meat in a burrito.
And they added plenty of the rice and the beans. And if you can finish this in one sitting, you're a great man.
And again, all these dishes, the pork, the carne asada, everything had a different flavor.
Right.
It wasn't just thrown in
Right.
for, like a garbage burrito. This
My
is
compliments to the chef on
Right.
putting that together.
And for dessert, 2 incredible dishes. First one is the classic deep fried ice cream. Lost my memory here. $5.95. Big scoop of vanilla ice cream, solid, rock hard, with cornflakes, deep fried. It's got chocolate sauce, whipped cream. It's served in a tortilla cup.
Every child's delight. They love to see that brought to the table.
Then the next one is brand new. There's no name to it, but if you go on the Feed Me 411 Facebook page, we're gonna have a contest where we're looking for names. Name this dish, basically, the dessert, and they'll get dinner for 2, and your name will be on there. So again, Feed Me 411 Facebook page, and all the information will be on there. This was mint chocolate chip ice cream. Again, I say mint first because that's what hits you. It was covered all around with Oreo cookie crumbs, with hot fudge and whipped cream. Whipped cream and cherry. I don't remember. All I remember is my mouth was just rich and creamy, and that mint chocolate just hits you.
I'll be coming back in here. That's my daughter's favorite ice cream. We'll be back here visiting, getting some of that.
And on the bottom were crispy tortilla chips or flour chips, I guess, with cinnamon and sugar. So it was almost like a churro.
Presentation was beautiful. Absolutely stunning.
Well, Bill, we both love this restaurant, so let's get right to our favorites.
Okay. Number 1 was the seafood combo. Can't get enough of that. Number 2 was the Los Vaqueros burrito. Oh, that was good. And the lengua, the tongue.
Like that.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Mine was the seafood combo, the sizzling enchiladas with a wonderful sauce, and the Millennium Plate. Well, we're done. Two great restaurants in Hemet. And Bill, thanks for joining me. It's been a real pleasure.
My
and
pleasure.
Definitely know food, and we'll have you on again. So
Thank you.
Thanks for watching Let's Dine Out Show. I'm food critic Allan Borgen. Happy eating, everybody.
Bye-bye.
For more information on the Let's Dine Out Show, go to kvcr.org and look for us under local programs. You can email me at allan@allanborgen.com, and you can listen to the Let's Dine Out radio show on KTIE 590, The Answer, every Saturday from 3 to 5.